Hi, it's Jan Howell. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm all about making all your DIY sewing, crafting, and home decor projects a little easier. And I may even save you a little money. In today's tutorial, I'm so excited to show you how to make a baby swaddle blanket. I'm going to be a grandmother in a few months, and I've been making things for the baby. And these swaddle blankets, even though they weren't available and we didn't use them when I was a young mother, I know that there are a lot of mothers out there that swear by them, that love them, and they're really easy to make. They're soft, they're cozy, and the more you wash them, the softer they seem to get. Basically, the sewing process is hemming all the sides of the blanket. I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can do that. One is a mitered corner hem, which sounds kind of complicated, but it's really not, and just a regular square corner. Let's go over the materials and items that you'll need. The fabric that you'll be using is called double gauze fabric or gauze fabric, and sometimes it's referred to as muslin fabric. You can find this in most fabric stores. It's a cotton fabric, and one of the characteristics of this gauze fabric is it is kind of crinkly, kind of wrinkly, and it has a lot of stretch to it. It will have these little squares in it, which comes in really helpful when you're cutting it out, because you don't want to use a rotary cutter when you're cutting this out. You'll want to cut along those lines to make sure that you're cutting it on the grain and getting a straight edge. You'll need a pair of fabric scissors, some kind of marking pen. I like this erasable marking pen, made especially for sewing. You can use a pencil if you wanted to. You'll need your sewing machine and thread. You'll need an iron, an ironing board, some kind of measuring device. I really like this hot hammer, it's called. It comes in handy for a lot of projects, and I'll put the link in the description below where you can get one of these. The first thing that you'll do is decide how big you want your blanket to be. Now, from word of mouth, I've heard that the bigger the better, but not too big. So you can make these somewhat, some folks like to make them square. So anywhere from 36 inches to 40 inches square, or you can make them in a rectangular size. Today I'm going to make a blanket that is 43 inches by 50 inches. Most of these fabrics come in widths like 48 to 50 inches wide from selvage edge to selvage edge. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut that down to that size right now. The selvage edge will be straight, and I don't know that I'm even going to cut that because we will be folding that and hemming it. But this edge, I want you to show you how crooked they can be, and it's pretty obvious with this plaid print, which comes in handy for this purpose. But if you didn't have those lines of print, you could also pull the edge here and pull a little piece of thread. So if I were to pull that, can you see that area? And you would just cut along that line. So even if you didn't have stripes on your fabric, you could get that straight. It's really important that you get that straight, or when you're hemming, it'll be all ski-wampus and you won't have a right angle corner. But let's go down and follow that stripe. See how this stripe is here, but down on this end, it doesn't exist. So I'm going to find the latest stripe on this fabric, which is right here. And even though we'll be cutting off a bunch of fabric down here, that's okay because this wasn't cut straight at the fabric shop. So I'm going to flip it over here so we can cut this way. Just to make it easy, I'm going to start cutting along the edge of that print. One thing I need to mention is I do not recommend washing this fabric before you sew, because it will get all, it gets all crinkly and nice, and it was really hard to flatten it out to sew. You may be tempted to use your rotary cutter, and I love using a rotary cutter, but for this kind of project, the scissors are the key. I'm going to put that aside, and if you haven't sewn on this fabric, you might want to just practice on these scrap pieces before you sew. Not that it's a big deal. So that is that end. I am going to cut off this printed selvage edge. We don't want that showing through our fabric. So I'll find the edge of that and cut that off. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a pressing to make that cutting a little easier. It's pretty wrinkled up. And the other selvage edge I'm not going to worry about because it doesn't have any writing on it, and there is just that 1/2 inch border that is going to be folded and hemmed and tucked underneath anyway. There are two ways that you can hem this. It's basically a 1/2 inch rolled hem, and whether you're using this hot hammer or you're using a seam gauge, measure a 1/2 inch and then press the edge. So you're going to do that all the way around the blanket. And you'll get so that you may not even need to do the fold, especially if you have a print that has a stripe on it. But even if you don't have that stripe, this fabric, it has those squares so that you can fold it and then fold it again and use that line, those square lines, to keep you on track as you sew. So that is probably my preferred way, but I'm going to show you the more professional way and the way that you can do if you're not sure of your eye and guiding that. But see how simple that would be, is just to start sewing and then make your fold and continue sewing. And this fabric's kind of fun to work with. There are two different ways that you can hem this, and I'll show you. This is just the square corner method. We're just folding it, and as you can see, it's a little bit more bulky, but not that really big of a deal. And this is the mitered corner. And I really like it. It doesn't really take that much more time, and it really does look nice and clean and less bulk. But either is fine. Some people just like to quickly do that, and you know, not that big of a deal. I'm going to show you both methods. So this first corner, I'll show you just the square cut edge. So we're going to fold that over a 1/2 inch and press it. And press it again a 1/2 inch. And fold that over and then fold that over. So you have frayed edges here, and then you're going to fold it again, and then you'll fold this end again. You'll want to try to keep the folded edges right here lined up so you don't have bulk sticking out, and sometimes it's kind of hard to do, but see how that is even? And I'm going to pin or clip that in place. You can go ahead and press that 1/2 inch and then fold it as you sew. You can start, when you start sewing, come to that corner, and on that top piece, see how the fold goes all the way to the end. Start there, back stitch, and go all the way around, and when you come back here, back stitch. Now you're just going to be sewing like 1/8 of an inch from the fold to top stitch. I am going to change my length to a 3 instead of a 2 1/2. You'll just get a better top stitch there. And to help with your guide, you can either just eyeball that 1/8 of an inch, or see how I'm lining up my presser foot with the edge of the fold there. And if I were to sew straight there, it would be in like 1/4 of an inch, and I don't want to come in that far. So I'm going to change my needle position. If your sewing machine can do this, you can do a lot of cool things with that. I'm going to move my needle over, so you find out where that needle is going to come down and set your needle position there. And that's about where I want it to be. So I'm lining up the edge of the presser foot with the edge of the fold there, and I'll sew off this starter fabric, back stitch, and see how I'm just going to fold it as I go, because it seems like that pressing doesn't seem to last very long anyway. So we'll do the best that we can here. You always want to be making sure that you're not going over and off the hem there. And you'll just continue all the way around. And then when you come back to where you started, you can sew all the way off, or you can backstitch right there. I'm going to sew to the end there and backstitch. Clip your threads. Now let me go to this other corner and show you how to do a mitered corner. First thing that you'll do is take your pen. This is a pen, heat activated erase pen that will erase when I put the iron on it. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inches and put a dot there, and measure 1.5 inches from that edge and put a dot. I'm going to make a straight edge there, a line from that dot to dot, and I'm going to cut that corner off, just like that. And give it a good press now. Then I'm going to bring the right sides together, making a point here, kind of a point, with the folded edges of that hem lined up. I'll place that down on the table. It's really important right here that you're making the line in the correct direction. So the key is, see this little trim right here? If I were to sew a 1/2 inch seam from this edge, the line would be going perpendicular to the folded blanket, not on the hemmed edges. So you don't want to make the line like this, and you have a tendency to do that because that is where the stripes are. We want to go against the stripe and start from the fold. I hope this is making sense. So I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch right there and make that seam line perpendicular to the fold. All right. So this is the fold of the fabric, perpendicular, not this way. I'm going to pin or clip that in place. And if I were doing this to all the corners, I would do this to all the corners and then take it to the sewing machine so I'm not having to go back and forth. Let me show you how to sew that. I'm using my starter fabric underneath. It's one of my tricks to keep from the thread bunching up when I start and end the seam, and it'll also just have a nice smooth start, as I'll show you here. Just butt up the fabric to the end of that starter fabric and sew. And then back stitch. And then back stitch. And you can get rid of that starter fabric. And then I'm going to trim off 1/4 of an inch there off that corner. And then let me show you what happens when I flip that open. Poke out the corner and look at that. You have a beautiful mitered corner. Let me show you how I'm top stitching that mitered corner. And you'll sew just to that V point. Leave your needle down, lift up your presser foot and pivot the fabric and continue to sew. So wasn't that easy and fun to make? As you can see behind me, I have a bunch of fabrics already and waiting to make some more fun things. Bundle up these blankets with some burp cloths, fabric balls, other fun things that you can make for a baby gift. If you haven't checked out my other baby sewing tutorials, you might want to do that. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to check out my website, youmakeitsimple.com, for patterns, tutorials, and other DIY projects. Have a wonderful day, have fun sewing, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.